So I want to talk a little bit about something that's been on my mind for a while now, and that's retirement. And I think with the way retirement is set up today, and how we're all expected to work until we're 60, 65, 70 years old, while that may have worked in years past, that doesn't really work today in today's economy. And I think, honestly, retirement is just a big, gigantic scam if you think about it. Because look, what do we end up doing? We end up working 40 years or more of our lives with the chance, with the hope of potentially retiring someday to hopefully, when we retire, actually enjoy life. So if you think about our lives, we spend the first 20 years or so of our lives learning, going through education, going to school. And a large portion of that is to prepare us to get a job and to actually work to be able to sustain our lives, to be able to provide for our families. And so we spend the first 20 years learning how to do these things, and then we spend the next 40 to 50 years working. And what is it that we always talk about when we're working a job? I can't wait till we retire. I can't wait till I get to the point to where I can actually enjoy life one day. And it's a really sad thing because we spend the majority of our life just wasted hoping for something to come along that becomes better. And, you know, honestly, I got sick of this because when I was working in my career, I had worked at my career for 20 years, and I reached a point to where I realized I had another 25 years left before I could retire. And it just drove me completely crazy. I could not stomach the thought of this anymore, and it was really affecting me, and it was affecting my health, quite frankly. So about a year ago, I made a decision to do a complete change, to quit my job. I was actually in IT. I was in upper leadership in IT for a higher education institution in the United States. And I decided to leave that six-figure job and to pursue making my own business online. Now, what I ended up doing was I ended up starting a couple of different YouTube channels, and I've had some success with these channels. But this year, I'm really going to double down. This is June 6th as I'm recording this video. My plan is to double down on what's been working because I've had some things that have worked out really, really well lately. So my plan is to double down on these things and to really go all in and grow my income to where it's a really decent amount just through YouTube. Now, before we get into a little bit more about where I'm at and what I'm doing right now, I want to talk a little bit more about retirement because I had this realization that retirement, all it is a point in your life where you're able to have enough money coming in to live off of every month without you having to work. And we're primarily taught that retirement is the path, right? We can start businesses, we can do these other things, but we're always told, oh, those things are so hard, just stick with the job, go to school, get a good education, get a good job, and everything will be fine. Well, in the amount of time that I've been alive, I've seen time and time again people that have looked forward to retirement, it not working out for one reason or another. Maybe they have some health issues later on in life. Maybe their retirement plan actually isn't going to pay for all their expenses because inflation caught up and it's actually costing more to live. And I've even had some people that I've known personally that they've worked for a job for quite some time. They were just about ready to retire, and then the job laid them off. And so they weren't able to retire the way that they wanted to. They actually ended up having to take on additional work and work a lot longer than they had planned. So really the traditional path that everybody's taught to follow is flawed. And there is a better way. So you may or may not realize it, but we have a huge opportunity in front of us right now with the internet. And maybe you realize that and you just haven't really taken a lot of action with the internet. Maybe you haven't even started, or maybe you've learned a lot of different ways to be able to make money online, but nothing really seems to quite be right or click or whatever it is for you. I'm going to say right now that I solely or 100% believe that YouTube is the best way to start making money online or to be able to supplement the amount of money that you make online. It's a huge opportunity. YouTube is a huge platform. It's not oversaturated and it's continuing to grow every day. So if you're not on YouTube, I'm going to highly, highly recommend that you get on YouTube now because it's just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And this is really the ideal time to get started with that platform. So with YouTube, the goal is $10,000 months. And I'm really confident that I'll be able to hit this by the end of 2022, especially knowing now what I just found out here recently with some of these videos that have really taken off. I'm going to produce more content like that, and I'm going to be able to hit that $10,000 a month goal by the end of 2022. So if you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel and you're interested in my journey and understanding exactly what it is that I'm doing, I put together something called a Backstage Pass. And What this is going to give you behind the scenes access and behind the scenes insight to what I'm doing with my YouTube channel, so you can not only copy my success, but you can avoid the pitfalls and the failures that I'm going to have along the way. And I'm also going to share with you what my current income is. I don't want to share that on this video, but if you sign up for the Backstage Pass, I'll tell you what my current income is with YouTube. In addition to that, I'm also going to be sharing income updates as we go along until we hit that $10,000 a month mark. So it's going to be really great. And if you don't have access to this, you're going to miss out on all this content. Now, to get access to the Backstage Pass, all you have to do is go to theretirementscam.com. Once you're there, you can put in your email address and sign up for the Backstage Pass. Now, the Backstage Pass is absolutely free. I'm wanting to share this information with you all, and I really want to help some people along this journey with me, so that way we can all share in the success. But I don't want to just put this information out there, because there's a lot of people that are just kind of browsing or just looking for different video content. I only want to put this information out there for people that are really interested in it and are quite possibly going to take action on it too. So again, just go to theretirementscam.com, sign up, and I will see you on the inside.